Happy Wednesday. I'm going to share a story or a conversation that was had this week. The question was, will getting adjusted help me? Well, it was in relation to having game face at work. Okay. Will getting adjusted make me better than the other guy? Will it give me more of an edge over the other guy? And so I responded with, what if your edge was a better version of yourself, and seeing that you begin to evolve as you start going through the stages of more connection. And so I started thinking about chiropractic, and I don't know if I've ever talked about this, or some people have maybe seen this little chart, but as people start to get adjusted, one of the most common things is discomfort or pain. And as a lot of people remember who are current patients here, pain is only like 6% of what the body is or brain is trying to tell you. 6. The rest of it is for all of the other functional parts of us, how we move, and then how all of our organ systems work together. That's a big thing. So if we look at the bottom of this, there's 7. The bottom is mobilization. So if we think of that as getting the spine to move, gets the brain to fire. Do people feel relief in pain and discomfort and feeling stiff? Absolutely. That is not the goal, though. The goal is ultimate brain-body connection, which seems way far out there. So as we start, the first thing that we lose in health is mobility. It's the first thing that you may even notice, like you're driving a car and you can't move your neck both ways, or you're going to the bathroom and it is more difficult than it was to get up and down, to twist. When you're exercising, it's more difficult in terms of recovery. Adrenaline can get you through the workout, but it takes you a little bit longer to recover. Or you bend over and touch your toes and you're like, woof, I can't, I'm 12 inches from the floor. Those are the first signs of dis-ease on that system or breakdown. Now, in here, it goes all the way up to connection and creation. So when people talk about chiropractic is a lifestyle, it is my edge. It's that thing that keeps me working and living and functioning the life that I really want to live. That is in creation and connection. We went through all of these other stages: mobilization. Interruption is pattern interrupt, getting that brain out of that locked and loaded state. We have restoration, so restoring, starting to actually repattern how the brain works, which is why we do the neurological testing in the office. Integration, working on reintegrating. So I'll come back to that. Reorganization, connection, and creation. Those all seem like maybe weird words. There's people that have experienced that is exactly what I notice when I get adjusted. That's why I continue to get adjusted. It's not in the mobilization stage anymore, because as the brain and body comes out of that locked and loaded state, we start to heal. Our brain starts to rest, repair, heal, grow, expand. Those are all parasympathetic responses. That's a really big word for not adrenaline junking. So when the question came up, will I have an edge over my competition? I would say yes, most definitely. But living life, comparing yourself to the competition is really freaking exhausting. And so I'd say take a step back. You alphas, you drivers, those people that are constantly going to the next thing, we need to flip that switch and be able to rest, repair, grow, heal. And if our brain is locked and loaded in an adrenaline state, if we're constantly in competition, if we're constantly striving to the next thing and never allowing our brain and our body to restore, we're not going to heal. We're not going to have that edge over our competition. Instead, think of, am I continuing to be a better version of myself? Am I continuing to evolve to better handle what life has to offer for me? Because if life is getting you down, that means your brain is not responding to the stressors that will continue to be until you change how your brain actually responds to them. Get out of the locked and loaded states, what every single adjustment does. You will evolve. You will, when you do the work, get up to connection and creation of a different self. So, Wednesday wisdom for you. Thanks, guys. Make it an awesome day.